Hopefield is a settlement in the West Coast District Municipality in the Western Cape Province of South Africa on the R45 between Malmesbury and Vredenburg. The town is east of Saldanha Bay and Langebaan, 40 kilometers southeast of Vredenburg and 120 kilometers north of Cape Town. The town was established in 1851 by Major William Hope and Mr. Field. In earlier years, Hopefield was considered the capital of the West Coast, with banks, filling stations and multiple other shops and businesses. Hopefield is still a beautiful town and must be visited. Hi, morning guys. I'm Brandon Lee from KFM 94.5. Now, a short while ago, I mentioned to you that I'll be visiting this beautiful town called Hopefield on the West Coast. It's a beautiful little dorpie. I'm about small dorpies. I'm about visiting them and finding out exactly what goes on in these beautiful towns. I believe that South Africa is like a little crown, and all these little gems just sparkle with all its beauty. We are visiting Hopefield today, as I mentioned, and right now we are coming to the Hopefield market, which kicks off at 10 p.m. I'm very curious to find out what is on offer right here at the Hopefield market.
Welcome to Boomcast at Hopefield Market. We've been selling our cheese here for close on 2 years now. We make a range of 20 cheeses and Veldrift, and every Saturday morning we come to Hopefield Market. Market starts at 10. We're out of here by 12:30 because we sold out. It's a fantastic venue, lovely place to sell our craft.
Hi, I'm Sasha and I make charcuterie here in the Hopefield market. I actually specialize in a very specific kind of charcuterie making called koji charcuterie. So it's a Japanese culture that we're actually using in the fermentation of these sausages. We have a variety of different kinds of salamis and hams, various continental styles, a French saucisson, an American pepperoni, a Italian red wine, as well as a Polish kielbasa type ham, which are all being produced by myself using local pork from the local abattoir at Langebaan, which is where I'm from. So I travel through every Saturday to sell my wares here at the Hopefield market.
Alright, so still at Hopefield Market, and we've been doing a little tour of what's going inside in this very fascinating building. I've seen so many products, locally manufactured products, people coming from smaller towns to also come and showcase their products. But to tell us more about this beautiful marketplace is David Malan. Good morning, David, how are you?
Going very well, thank you.
So you've been here for a while?
Yes, we've been selling at this market for 2 years. Lazana de Jong, whose brainchild the market was, bullied us into giving up Saturday mornings fishing on the Berg River and coming to sell our products here.
And you have a speciality.
Yeah, we're cheesemakers.
Cheesemakers.
Yeah, fromagiers.
All right.
Yeah. We do a lot of marketing. A lot of restaurateurs, chefs come here. Locals, people travel here as far as Somerset West. We get a lot of foreign tourists in flower season. So it's quite an establishment.
Quite a busy little market.
It can be. In the old market where we started at the old mill, people used to queue sort of 100 people outside, and as the doors opened, it was just a rush and a bun fight to get the freshest produce.
Well, I must admit, it's my first time here, and I actually saw that happening a little early as well, where it was quite a buzz to get inside, and I suppose it's a case of what is on offer is quite limited.
Correct.
So in order to get the best and the freshest, you got to get in first, because there was a queue there. I like the system. You got your little number. What I also loved about it is that just like the freedom of choice that people have at this Hopefield market. They got their little baggie, walking through the aisles, popping in whatever they want, and it's a nice system. You mentioned a little earlier that the market originally was in a different location.
It's the old mill. It became very, very small for us, and Gabrielle, the owner of this property, decided to build a purpose-built shed for her Cape Camino walk and the Hopefield markets. So we moved to the NG Kerk up there temporarily while this was being built, and we've been in here since the beginning of the year.
Always one of those really, really awesome stories when a market and the desire for a market is at a point where a building is built specifically for that. And that's what Hopefield is all about. Purpose-built market for the people of Hopefield, and it's just amazing.
Ons het rooibos en ons het smoked chicken met heerlijke Dania sauce. En je kan proeven asseblief.
En daai Dania sauce is lekker.
Met die smoked chicken.
Die smoked chicken.
Môre, as jy ook vir middag.
Kyk hoe pragtig is dit. Uit die boonste. Dankie.
Dis die kerkgemeenskap wat die pannekoekies so bak, en dis sommer net vir ondersteuning vir die markie ook en vir die gemeenskap.
En dis die beste pannekoeke in die suidelike halfrond en die beste jaffles. En jy moet dit probeer.
All right, so a little early on when we spoke with David Milan, he mentioned that back in the day, so to speak, that these kind of markets were very, very popular, and certainly the desire from that was to see this happening again. And if you look around, you'll see that in a space of about 10-15 minutes, it's become quite the buzz. People coming in, queuing at one point to come and check out the market. Again, it's about local products, it's about the community of Hopefield. And what makes this town very, very special as well is that it's almost like in the middle of a lot of West Coast towns. So I've been speaking to some people, people coming from Saldanha Bay, from Vredenburg, from Malmesbury, from Langebaan, all coming to the Hopefield market. And that for me is just absolutely special. So here we are, we're still at the Hopefield market, and I must tell you, I'm having such a lekker time. There's quite a buzz here, more and more people just streaming in. A little early on, we would have learned that everything that is at this market is organic, it's all natural. And one of the most interesting things that I've learned today is that you can build a wall with hay, which again is the organic approach. It is something that would have been grown naturally. And I've got beautiful Charmaine with me. Good morning, Charmaine. How are you?
Good morning, I'm well, thank you. And also happy to be here. Nice to meet you guys.
This is such a beautiful little town. I just love this buzz. And that is I think the secret of small towns. There's always something magnificent going on that folk like us from the busy suburbs, we don't get to experience this, and I'm loving every minute of this. You mentioned a little earlier on, in fact I was so surprised to learn this, that you've got a little project and it's got to do again with sustainability, natural products. Please tell me more about that.
We're building a straw bale wall. You know the kiddie's story about the pigs and the blowing up?
I was actually going to mention that to you. I must tell you, it was one of the thoughts that went through my mind when you told me there's like a house built out of straw. And here you are building a wall with straw. Tell us a bit more about that.
That's what we're doing. The lady that obviously owns the property, she wanted something to be natural. You know, we're trying to do everything that way here, and so straw is as close to nature as you can get. It's a legitimate wall. It's got pegs in it. It's stable, but it's built with rubble. So you can see we use a rubble trench, so the water will go down. We try to reuse as much as possible, and also to include the community. So from next week we'll have folks stomping and working on something.
And again, Hopefield, a community-driven little town, we get the community in and let them build the wall.
Absolutely.
I just want to check this out here. It's already started on this side. Charmaine showed me that the trenches have already been built, and yeah, here we go, a wall. Charmaine, you said it's gonna be 3 bells high.
3 bells
so that it doesn't take away any of the surrounding areas, doesn't stop the view.
It's not for security because we live in Hopefield, so
Ah,
we're fine.
I
Sorry,
love that.
I have to plug that
No,
one.
I love that, I love that.
But yeah, so that there's some form of separation, but we're also going to build in seats so that it's functional. Because here, when you're in the farm, you have to make things work a couple of ways.
Quick one before we go, Charmaine. You said that you were a town girl, but you've been in Hopefield for how many years now?
It's going on 6 years, 5.5, 6 years.
And you're loving it?
The bug bites you guys, and there's a different vibe here, like you said.
No, I don't know how big this bug is, but I'm feeling it nibbling on me a bit, and I just love it.
Your mask's not going to protect you.
I love the people. I love the vibe. I love the chaos, and I love the fact that Hopefield is such a community-driven town.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Love your work.
It was wonderful to see you guys, and thank you. Come back in a few weeks and you can see what it
See
looks
the wall.
like. Thanks, guys. Bless
right,
you.
bye-bye.
Hey, have a great day.
We're building a wall.
Ek het my man lewendig verloor hier.
Maar sien jou vind, jy kan dit kook, as jy vind.
Ai, sal né.
Still at the Hopefield market, and this is probably the most exciting part of this little adventure. You'd have noticed a little early on as we went through the market, all the organic foods that are grown in Hopefield, and also specialists who bring their food from different parts of the West Coast to the Hopefield market. In front of me here is a bit of a party going on, including the all-important Moer coffee. And I like the sign on the board, and it takes me back a couple of years. Hulle sê nou, dis pure plaas. And I like that. And I can tell you, it does kick in very soon. So, having a look here, I got some history on what is on offer here. These little babies here, I've learned that these little figs are organically grown by an 87-year-old Hopefield local, which is absolutely amazing. We've got the German bread, we've got an organic nachi that is the size of a small watermelon, which goes to show that growing organic is very important. Lots of different salamis, and of course an amazing array of cheeses. And I'll tell you this much, I'm going to be climbing into this well after this segment is done. Then I can assure you, something that I learned a little earlier, which was an amazing surprise. This little boy here. Now, if you know anything about the West Coast, you know that bokkums is like an essential food. It's really good. I stumbled, or rather bumped into a lady who makes bokkum relish. And I tell you what, it is one of the most amazing things that you'd ever. Spicy, tangy, and really bokkum. I love it. So again, everything organically grown, bread freshly made. I'm still here. I'm loving it. I also realized that I didn't have a jaffle in forever. In fact, I think the last time I had a jaffle could have been when I was a kid. So I'm really going to climb into that jaffle. This is the Hopefield market, and I still don't have a jaffle.
So die veldjie wat ons nou vandag gaan instap, praat ons Hopefielders van as klipgat. Julle sal sien daar's 'n groot klipkwarry wat hulle jare terug gehad het. So dis waar die naam klipgat vandaan kom. Hierdie stukkie grond is veral belangrik of veral spesiaal in Hopefield spesifiek, want dit is die enigste klei bank wat ons in Hopefield het. Meeste van Hopefield is sandveld en soos Hopefield lê so in die middel waar die strandveld wat Langebaan in Saldanha se kant toe lê, Sandveld wat Aurora se kant toe lê en Renosterveld wat Malmesbury se kant toe lê. So dit wat Hopefield redelik spesiaal maak, ons het hierdie 3 verskillende veldtipes rondom ons en alles kom by Hopefield bymekaar, maar hierdie stukkie wat ons nou gaan stap vandag is nou, soos ek sê, spesiaal, want dit is die enigste kleibank. Hulle praat van 'n shale rock. Wat ons hier kry, so die tipe blomme wat hier by Klipgat voorkom, kry mense nie sommer in ander velde rondom Hopefield nie. Dis nou baie jammer, ons is nog so bietjie vroeg. Die mis het ons nou so bietjie uitgegooi vandag. So die wit daisies maak natuurlik nou almal baie mooi oop as dit begin warm word. Op hierdie stadium is hulle nog nie heeltemal oop nie, maar soos ons terugkom stap, behoort hulle al lekker oop te wees. Dan sal hulle sien hoe mooi lyk die velde hierso. So dis nou Klipgat. Julle kan dit duidelik sien, dit is 'n ou klipkwarry. Ek weet eers hoeveel jaar terug het 'n klipkwarry was nie, maar dit was baie lank terug was dit 'n klipkwarry gewees. En dis natuurlik nou waarna ons hierdie veldjie vernoem het, is hierdie stuk klei bank. En ons gaan nou so al langs die kleibank omstap en dan sal ek nou vir julle wys die spesiale plantjies wat nou hier voorkom wat ons nie op ander plekke in Hopefield kry nie. So kom ons stap so op. Is wille roosmaryn. Hulle noem ook die kapokbos. Want hy maak die wit blommetjies maak 'n so wollerige, wat amper soos katoen lyk, sulke hulle sade is lyk soos katoen. En jy kan hom eet. Weet hy ryk soos roosmaryn, hè?
Ja, doen ja.
Ja. So ja, kapokbos of wille roosmaryn. Hier is nou 'n hele paar bosse. As jy opstap sal jy sien hoe mooi blom hulle daarbo is. Klomp bossies hierso. En hy is deel van die daisy familie wat snaaks genoeg is. Jy weet so, hy is familie van jou wit blommetjies wat oral opkom. Daisy is eintlik 'n baie wye familie. Baie wyer as wat mense sal dink. Jy weet enige iets van 'n annual wat een keer per jaar opkom van 'n saadjie af, of 'n perennial wat een keer per jaar opkom van 'n saadjie af tot 'n annual bos soos hierdie wat altyd groei. Ja. Van aspersie. Dit is die mees algemene tipe aspersie wat ons in die Wes-Kaap kry. Asparagus capensis. Maar nou net weer eens, weet wat so interessant is van die blomme wêreld, hierdie is ook 'n aspersie. En as ons nou verder loop sal ons nog spesies van aspersie kry. So hulle kom ook, dis maar ook soos die daisies. Daar is soveel verskillende tipes. 'n Mens kan partykeer nie glo dat iets soos dit wat 'n geharde bos is met hektiek dorings dieselfde is as 'n sagte plantjie wat so rank nie, ja.
Môre, my naam is Billy Griffiths. Ek is nou al hier so op Hopefield so vir 31 jaar. Ek was al die jare was ek hier so houtwerkonderwyser by die skool en ek het so 5 jaar terug afgetree. En toe begin ek die winkeltjie, maak 'n bietjie houtwerk daar agter in my werkswinkel. En dit is hoe ek uit my vrou se hare uitbly. En ja, hier so is die winkel nou. Ek maak Saterdae oop. Deur die week is ek agter in my werkswinkel besig om myself besig te hou. En julle is baie welkom om 'n bietjie rond te kyk. En as jy iets wil hê wat hier nie is nie, dan is ek altyd bereid om te praat daaroor.
My naam is Dirkie Griffiths en ek het die 1855 galery op Hopefield wat toevallig net gebeur het. Ek het teruggekom na 'n treintoer want ek het vir 12 jaar toerisme op Hopefield gegee. En toe het ek besluit dis tyd vir vernuwing en ek het op daai stadium nog nie geweet wat ek gaan doen na aftrede nie. En toe begin ek verf en hierse vriendin op die dorp wat al haar skilderye by die huis het. En ek sê bring want ons is so lekker langs die straat, dit is langs Billy. En jy weet dit gaan in toerisme oor location.
Ja,
jy weet jy.
Oor kan die kerk.
Ja. En weet jy wat? En toe op 'n dag toe begin mense net van buitekant af inkom en sê, "Do you serve coffee?" En ek sê nee. Toe die derde en die vierde ou kom en vra, "Luister, jy bedien nie daar koffie nie." Toe dink ek wel hier's 'n geleentheid. En ja, toe het ons begin koffie bedien. En die galery begin uitbrei Februarie maand, het ons nog kunstenaars ingekry en begin uitbrei. Intussen tyd is die oorspronklike kunstenaar na 'n ander galery toe. So ek het nou so tussen 19 kunstenaars wat hier uitstal. En weet jy, dit het net van krag tot krag gegaan. Ja. Mense kan lekker op die stoep agter sit. Niemand dink hier's 'n lekker tuin agter wanneer jy voor stop nie. Ja. Tot hulle hier agter is. Ja. En
wat 'n lekker verrassing as mense hier agter sit.
Is baie lekker, ja, want dis ons werk nou nog daaraan, maar ja. So ja, ek het skool gehou en ek het 2016 besluit ek gaan uittreë want ek was nog bietjie jonger vir aftree. En dit is die begin en dit is my heerlik en ek het nou sedert April maand, Maart maand het ons nou ook 'n skoonheidssalon bo.
O ja.
En ja, wat meer kan ek sê? So ja, en so al wat die ouens nou moet doen, hulle betaal 'n minimale fooi om aan te sluit by die galery.
Okay.
En dan vra ek geen hangfooi. So jy kom hang jou kuns hierso. Okay. Ek vat 'n persentasiekommissie wat ook baie klein is in vergelyking met byvoorbeeld die stad se galery. Ja. As jy verstaan, ons bly hier. Ja, so die ouens daar het ander uitgawes, soos jy in Engels sê overheads. Yes. Wat ons byvoorbeeld hier het. So ons kan baie goeie kuns teen 'n baie goeie prys aanbied hierso. Ja.
So this is Monique. We're at Hello now, and she's going to tell us exactly what they do here.
Not exactly. Well, we're all about good food and making things look pretty. So everything that's made in this kitchen, everything that's made here is in the kitchen. The bread, the burger patties, everything. We try and use as much local produce as we can. And yeah, we do really good at breakfast. We are starting to outsource outlet our pies and our biscuits. And yes, and and this is the owner.
Hi. The shy one in the kitchen.
So yeah.
And tell me, how long have you guys been open here?
Since 2017. Okay. We've recently moved to this building, which is the old Standard Bank, because we needed a bigger venue space.
And it's a nice building to be in, nice historical building.
Yes.
And now we're at Simply Bee, which is a big pride for Hopefield. They started this business as a honey farm about 10 years ago, and they've grown it into a company that produces all kinds of household and beauty products from honey, propolis and beeswax.
So hier by Simply Bee is dit alles oor bye. Hierso is 'n byekorf wat ons dan vir die kliënte wys en ons vertel hulle dan van die storie van die bye. Ons maak ook 'n hele reeks produkte wat kom van die korf af. So Helena van der Westhuizen, die eienaar, sy gebruik dan die heuningwaks en die propolis, meng dit met essensiële olies en dan het ons 'n hele reeks, daar's oor die 40 verskillende produkte wat sy dan maak van dit en dit gaan nou oor die reg oor Suid-Afrika en dit word uitgevoer. So dit is baie interessant dan vir die mense om te kom luister en te leer dan van bye hier en ons kan hulle dan mooi wys ook hoe besig die bytjies is hier in Hopefield.
And here we are, still in this beautiful town of Hopefield. I spent a large part of the day in the sun, and it's been a beautiful day. Just coming to Hopefield today was the perfect day. Was made contact by one or two of the local entrepreneurs of Hopefield when I mentioned coming here on my show, and I was just invited to a little coffee shop called Fermias, and it was suggested that I come and try out some of the delectables at this famous coffee shop in Hopefield. Hamburgers, chips, pizzas, cakes, tarts. I popped inside a little while ago and there is just a host of locally made biscuits and cookies and sauces, and I'm just loving this feel. In fact, it was suggested that I have a coffee milkshake, so I'm going to go and grab myself a seat and check out Fermias' famous coffee milkshake right here in Hopefield. Alright, so as the saying goes, good things take time. So I'm just here chilling, just taking it all in at this little coffee shop I spoke about a little earlier in Hopefield. And then I stumbled onto what I think is the little Hopefield secret. Come and have a look. Welcome to the Monte Cristo. In this beautiful little dorpie, a quaint little theatre that obviously offers a show and dinner. It's got a beautiful rustic little feel to it. It's very, very chilled. I would love to come out to Hopefield and check out a show in this environment. Obviously, dinner is served. Lovely, quaint little space, beautiful setting. We even have a little something upstairs. So if you want a different view, you got to book your table, of course. And I just think it's the coolest thing. I mean, right next to one of the most popular coffee shops, we have Hopefield's popular Monte Cristo. Dinner and a show. I'm coming back. If you have any issues,
You guys are actually on there as well.
hey, listen, you know that old saying about a kid in a candy store? Well, yeah, I am still doing my thing like a kid in a cookie store. But what I wanted to show you was, like we mentioned a little earlier on, that just about everything in Hopefield is locally manufactured. And if you have a look here, you'll see the owner, Fernando, who bakes everything in the store. Yeah. I mean, again, a kid in a cookie store. I got little Miss Jack of all trades here, a listener, who is the waitress, the cashier, sometimes the chef,
If
and,
needed.
and sometimes did you bake?
We,
When you do what you got to do, basically.
yes,
All right.
where I'm needed, that's where
Which
I
is
normally
perfect.
fit in.
How long are you with this coffee shop?
Well, Fernandi opened last year, and at that stage, I started helping her every now and then whenever we needed extra hand. So on off, it's been a year.
Are you originally from Hopefield?
No.
You're not from Hopefield.
No.
But you're here now, and
Yes, now.
I mean, I've only been here for a day, but I'm loving it. I'm finding a little cottage in Hopefield.
We were here
with cookies.
a while ago, and then we moved back to Krugersdorp. We were there for 3 years, and then we came back. So now it's great. We came back.
It's a lovely little town. I love it. Loving this. I'm going to grab a few pastries at the back here. Is that okay with you?
Okay.
Just maybe one of each. Yeah. And then I'll wait patiently for the famous coffee milkshake. Love it. Get in the cookie store. All right. Thank you. Okay, so here we are. The long-awaited for coffee milkshake at Fermias. Still, all I can tell you is that I'm really, really enjoying my time in Hopefield. People are very friendly. There's a lekker gees about this little town. En ek geniet dit baie. Well worth the wait. So what we're going to do right now is we've been invited to another little gym in Hopefield. I'm going to take a nice slow walk down there with my coffee milkshake, compliments of Fermas in Hopefield.
Bye guys. Mr. B, how are you? You found us.
And that is exactly what I was hoping for. When I spoke about Hopefield on my show the other night, a couple of WhatsApp messages came through. And again, it is one of these little gyms in Hopefield. And we came in silently, didn't say much, but the gentleman certainly did recognize who we are. So we're going to go and meet and find out more about one of these other little gyms in Hopefield. Okay, so just walking in here, again, like I said earlier on, one of those, or another gym rather, of Hopefield. There's a place called Hopefield. And I mentioned that we're coming to Hopefield last night, and I got a message from Henry to sê Henry nou vir my, as jy Hopefield toe kom, moet jy definitief vir ons kom kuier vir 'n lekker fish and chips of 'n lekker Gatsby. I saw it on the menu outside, so I'm very, very curious about that. This is Henry.
Hi there.
How are you, buddy? Firstly, it's so good to meet you.
Pleasure to
I'm
meet
so
you
glad
as well.
that you sent the message through to the show last night. And yeah, here we are. Here we are. I believe this is a little hot spot.
Yes, you're more than welcome. And glad that you guys found us and that you joined us here today.
You also got a very interesting story. I must tell you this very quickly. When we were chatting to Henry a little early on, Henry brought a story to me. So inadvertently on my show, I became a radio husband or radio boyfriend, and as it turned out, even a radio fiance. I might just be getting married in Hopefield sometime this weekend because I just met my radio wife.
And that's me.
And that's me. Listen, I must tell you, this is such a beautiful town, and we've been to various places since this morning, coming from the Hopefield market as well. I've learned a lot about the town. I'm loving the people of the town. I'm still very, very curious about your Gatsby, your fish and chips. We certainly need to let people know about it, so when we're driving into Hopefield, staying over or not, that we need to come to Op die Hoek. And it's so cool. Jy kom in, jy's op die hoek, jy kry iets lekker om te eet, dan gaan jy.
Yeah, our fish and chips, we recently won the competition for best fish and chips in the whole of the West Coast. So that's ranging from Veldrift, Saldanha, Vredenburg, Hopefield, Piketberg, all around. And people are surprised to find the best fish and chips in Hopefield and not close to or next by the sea.
I think that is an amazing accolade. And before I say it's a yes from me, I'm going to try some of this Hopefield fish and chips. Hier op die hoek. All right. Tell you what, say, nothing better than fish and chips and a radio wife. Okay, so we're going to dig into this. I heard very, very interesting stories about the famous fish and chips here at this fantastic place. People come from far and wide to come and check out the very, very famous fish and chips. Now, it's like, when you say far and wide, what do you mean? And according to him, people will drive from Cape Town to come and check out this fish and chips. People from Saldanha, people from Darling, a lot of people from the other parts of the West Coast. So there has to be something very, very interesting about this. I'm going to dig into this right now, and I'm going to let you know in a bit. And when I say I'm going to dig into this, me, just me. You saw what happened at that Jaffel earlier today. Not going to happen again. Alright, please don't mind me when it comes to this part. We've been in Hopefield from very early this morning. Tasted a lot of really, really good food. And as I mentioned to you earlier, we've popped in here for some fish and chips. I have to tell you, it definitely is the best fish and chips that I've tasted in a long time. In fact, there's proof of it. Right here. Says here, king of fish and chips. And it's a true story. Op die Hoek Cafe, best fish and chips 2020. But you can take my word for it as well. Nobody's taking this away from me. Nobody. I will not allow it. Lovely stuff, Henry. Love it.
Enjoy it, Mr. D.
So after our nice walkabout around Hopefield, seeing all the interesting businesses in the market and all the flowers, we're back at the hotel, the commercial hotel, which is my business. So here at the commercial hotel, we've got a liquor store, which focuses on local wine and craft beers and liquor. We've got an awesome vibey bar that's open to the public, and also the local watering hole, and an awesome venue which we've recently decided to open to the public with live music. So join me for some live music.
And I run the restaurant here. I've got the restaurant here at the commercial hotel, open from Wednesdays through to Sundays. We serve pizzas, a little bit, absolutely everything, tapas, chicken strips, Mexican food, whatever we feel like putting on the menu. I also do quite a lot of baked goods. I sell at the market that I have delivered to Cape Town and to different parts of the West Coast. I'm open from Wednesdays through to Sundays, lunch and supper. But if you are in town on a Monday and a Tuesday, you come to the hotel, they phone me and I will come in and I will make any meal for you. And yes, it'll be great to see you guys here.
Hi guys, I'm Anzania, one of the bar ladies of Commercial Hotel. Sometimes quiet, but when I'm crazy and I love to eat. And I sing quite good.
Can you give us a little preview?
You can buy me diamonds, you can buy me pearls. Treat me like a woman should be treated. Baby, you know I'm worth it. Dinner by candlelight, burn my bubble bath. Treat me like a woman should be treated. Baby, you know I'm worth it.
All right. Listen, very seriously, welcome to the Commercial Hotel. We're going to start off nice and easy. We drove 4 days from Cape Town to be here. I'm Brandon Lee from KFM 94.5, and I've been around this town from about 9 o'clock this morning, just observing and going around and just learning so much about this beautiful town called Hopefield. So much so that we're doing a documentary on Hopefield about people who can sit quietly listening and people who don't pay attention at all. It's going to be in there. Again, we drove in from Cape Town, and we're starting a little something, if you understand that phrase. I spoke about it in my show last night, and here we are. We got some live music. We had Smiler doing her vocals a little early on. Beautiful local talent. Love your work, my darling. You know, it is absolutely amazing. And then again, also all the way from Cape Town, a gentleman that I brag about. You must have heard me brag about him on my show many times. He's got a beautiful name. His name's also Brandon, which makes it a beautiful name. So please do me a favor, while we warm up to this, give him a round of applause and check out the talent brought you to Hopefield today.
I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me. You're so deep in my heart that you are really a part of me. And I've got you under my skin. I tried so and not to give in. I said to myself, this affair ain't never gonna go so well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know so well that I've got you under my skin. Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far LA. Come on, fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. I say in Hopefield land, there's a one-man band, and they'll toot your flutes. Come on, fly with me, let's take down the air and blow. Once I get you up there where the air is purified. We gonna glide starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I've been holding you so near. You will hear all the angels cheer, 'cause we're together, weather-wise, such a lovely mix. Just say the words and beat those birds. Dana how COVID. Come on, fly with me. Let's fly away. One more time, give yourself a round of applause. You guys are amazing. Tell me, when will you be mine? Tell me quando we can share a love divine. Oh my darling, tell me when will you say yes to me? You say quando, here we go. You bring happiness to me. Oh my darling, tell me when.
Ain't no sunshine when he's gone. He's always gone too long. Anytime he goes away, I wonder this time where he's gone. I wonder if he's gonna stay. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime he goes away. I know, 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 I know. I know, 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 I know. Gotta leave this thing alone, 'cause there ain't no sunshine when he's gone. darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when he's gone. This house just ain't no home anytime he goes away. Well, sing us a song, you're a piano man. Sing us a song tonight. We're all in the mood for a melody, and you've got us feeling alright.
For those of you who don't know, I'm Brandon Lee from KFM 94.5. Welcome to the commercial hotel. Yes, KFM Nights, KFM Nights. In fact, if you don't know,
Brandon Lee in the mix on KFM Nights.
Let's stick with that vibe, okay? And don't be shy. Come dance here, I can see you.
Concentrating on truck and right. I heard a dark voice beside of me, and I looked round in a state of fright. I saw four faces, one mad, a brother from the gutter. They looked me up and down a bit and turned to each other.
Let me show you sing it.
I don't like cricket.
What? Oh no.
I love it.
Yes.
I don't like cricket. No, no. I love it. Don't you walk through my words, you have to show some respect. Don't you walk through my words, you have to pay my train. He said, I'll give you $1. I said, you got to be joking, man. It was a present from my mother. He said, I like it, I want it, I'll take it off your hands and you'll be sorry. You crossed me, you better understand that you're alone.
Don't be shy, let me hear you, come on. Saturday night. It's a long weekend. This is Hopefield.